36%. That is the average annual turnover rate in warehouse operations across the United States. More than 1 in 3 warehouse workers leaves their job every single year. And if you think that is just an HR problem, you are dramatically underestimating the impact on your bottom line. Let me put real numbers behind this. The cost to replace a single warehouse worker, when you account for recruiting, hiring, onboarding, training, and the productivity loss during the ramp-up period, ranges from $6,000 to $15,000 depending on the role and your location. For a warehouse with 200 employees and 36% turnover, that is 72 workers leaving per year at an average replacement cost of $10,000 each. That is $720,000 in direct turnover costs annually for a single facility. But the direct costs are just the tip of the iceberg. The real damage happens in the operational disruptions that turnover creates. New workers pick at roughly 50 to 60% of the speed of experienced workers for their first 60 to 90 days. They make 3 to 5 times more errors during that learning curve. And every error, a mispick, a damaged product, a wrong shipment, creates downstream costs in returns processing, customer credits, and lost customer lifetime value. According to the Warehousing Education and Research Council, the fully loaded cost of warehouse turnover, including direct replacement costs, productivity losses, error costs, and management time spent on hiring and training, averages $40,000 to $60,000 per departed employee. At that rate, a 200-person warehouse with 36% turnover is losing between $2.9 and $4.3 million every year to turnover alone. Here is what most warehouse operators miss. Turnover is not an external force that happens to you. It is a symptom of internal conditions that you control. The companies with the lowest warehouse turnover rates, under 15%, are not paying dramatically more than their competitors. They are managing differently. And the difference in their approach is something any operation can replicate. So what actually drives warehouse workers to leave? Exit interview data from over 10,000 warehouse employees reveals 5 primary factors, and compensation is not number one. The number one reason warehouse workers leave is unpredictable scheduling. 61% of departed workers cited inconsistent or last-minute schedule changes as their primary frustration. When workers cannot plan their lives around their work schedule, they leave for any job that offers predictability. The fix is not complicated. Publish schedules at least 2 weeks in advance, minimize last-minute changes, and give workers input into their shift preferences. Companies that implement predictable scheduling see turnover drop by 20 to 25%. The second reason is physical strain without adequate support. Warehouse work is physically demanding. The average picker walks 8 to 12 miles per shift and handles 15 to 25,000 pounds of product. When workers feel that the operation prioritizes throughput over their physical well-being, resentment builds fast. Investing in ergonomic equipment, rotating workers between physical and less physical tasks, providing adequate break time, and using technology to reduce unnecessary walking can cut physical strain complaints by 40%. The third reason is lack of career progression. Warehouse workers who see no path to advancement view their job as temporary by default. They are always looking for the next opportunity because their current role offers no future. Companies that build clear advancement paths, from picker to lead to supervisor to manager, with defined milestones and training programs, retain workers at nearly twice the rate of companies without progression frameworks. The fourth reason is poor management. The relationship between a warehouse worker and their direct supervisor is the single strongest predictor of retention. Supervisors who provide regular feedback, recognize good performance, address problems fairly, and advocate for their teams create loyalty that survives bad days and tough seasons. The data shows that workers with good supervisors stay an average of 2.4 years longer than workers with poor supervisors, even when compensation is identical. The fifth reason is inadequate technology. This one surprises people, but it makes sense when you think about it. Workers who spend their shifts fighting with outdated scanners, navigating confusing software, or doing tasks manually that should be automated feel undervalued. They see that the company will not invest in tools that make their jobs easier. Modern WMS systems with intuitive mobile interfaces, voice-directed picking, and smart task assignment do not just improve productivity. They improve the daily experience of the people doing the work. And that experience drives retention. Now let us build a practical retention strategy that you can start implementing this month. The first step is measurement. You cannot improve what you do not measure. Calculate your current turnover rate by shift, by department, and by supervisor. This segmentation will reveal where the problem is concentrated. In most warehouses, turnover is not uniform. It clusters around specific shifts, departments, or managers. Fixing the clusters is far more efficient than trying to change the entire operation at once. The second step is conducting stay interviews, not exit interviews. Exit interviews happen too late. The person has already decided to leave. Stay interviews happen with your current workforce, especially your best performers. Ask them what keeps them here, what frustrates them, and what one change would make the biggest difference. You will get more actionable intelligence from 10 stay interviews than from 50 exit interviews. The third step is fixing your first 90 days. Industry data shows that 40% of warehouse turnover happens within the first 3 months. The onboarding experience is making or breaking retention before workers even reach full productivity. Pair every new hire with an experienced buddy, not just a trainer. Reduce performance expectations during the first 30 days. Check in weekly during the first quarter. Companies that invest in structured onboarding programs see first-year turnover drop by 30 to 40%. The fourth step is implementing technology that supports your workforce. This means WMS systems with intuitive interfaces that reduce training time, wearable devices that guide workers to the right location, AI-powered task assignment that balances workload fairly, automated systems that handle the most physically demanding repetitive tasks. Every technology investment should pass a simple test. Does this make the daily experience of our workers better? If yes, it supports retention. If it only benefits management visibility, it will not move the needle. The fifth step is building a recognition and advancement culture. This does not require large budgets. Daily acknowledgement of strong performance, weekly team standings with rewards for top performers, monthly skill certifications that lead to pay increases, and annual advancement opportunities create an environment where workers feel valued and can see their future. Here is the bottom line. The math on warehouse turnover is brutal, but the solutions are proven and accessible. Companies that systematically address scheduling, physical strain, career paths, management quality, and technology typically reduce turnover from the industry average of 36% to 15 to 20% within 18 months. For a 200-person warehouse, that reduction represents $1.5 to $2 million in annual savings. Subscribe for more data-driven warehouse intelligence. We publish new analysis every week on the strategies that separate high-performing operations from the rest.